Hi. In previous sessions, we have seen uploading master data using recording method and batch input method. In this class, we'll see um, uploading a transactional data using recording method. I'll create a new subproject and new object. Click on create. Okay, JE upload. Batch input recording and go to overview and click on create recording. This is coming for the master data because we are using the same project. So all the recordings that are made in the same project would be available for all objects. So in the new recording, I'll make it as the FB50. Transaction FB50. FB50 is a easy transaction, and we can also use the other transaction codes like F-02 or FB01 for posting a journal entry. So in this case, I am using FB50. Okay, fill these details: document date, currency, posting date, reference, test 1, and GL account. So let me see, which GL we can use. I will simply post one document with the 2 line items. This is a cash account, credit cash, $100, and then rent expense. So debit. So that's it. It's a very simple journal entry. So everything is good. Now I'm saving this one. Okay, these are the fields that are recorded. Okay, and since I have already shown you the remaining steps on how to create the source structure and source fields in this session, I will do it very quickly. Source structure ZFP50 underscore SRC. for source fields, I will open an Excel and from object overview. I'll copy them. So as we have already seen, it's only one character C for data type character. Okay, but what about these three? These three are new for us. Okay, it's a date field. BL, that is document date. So in LSMW source field creation, the data type will be different for date field also. So we have three options here. The date format, like in DDMMYY or DMDY. So you can choose whichever you want. Since in my system I'm using a DDMMYY format, I will use this first one, DD, day, month and year format. Okay. CUKY is for currency, but here we can use C. So now I got all the fields. I will do a quick copy and paste. Okay, one thing if you observe here, the system has created these fields, hcont_01 and hcont_02. Like that, you see the same field name repeated. So, but system automatically added 01 or 02. Then this is because, but we will have only one field. Hcont is the GL account. But in recording, we have entered two line items. It created two. If you had recorded with three line items, it would have created one more field with hcont_03. So like that, this is the drawback in recording method for uploading the transaction data. So if you want to upload a document with three line items, it would be difficult. So either while recording itself, you should record with three line items, but there may be a case where you can have four line items or more line items. So in that case, you cannot expect how many line items may have for every document, right? So this is one of the drawbacks in recording method for transactional data. In this session, let us complete this one, and in the next session we'll discuss the batch input method, um, which allows more line items, and the number of line items can vary for each document. So in the upload file, we are not going to upload one document. We want to upload several documents. Okay. So maintain structure relations, it's automatically done. Field mapping. So in the field mapping also it would be difficult. You can do auto field mapping, but since we are having different names, we would have to do some manual mapping. You can use DDMMYY. Okay, I think in the target structure also it captured the same fields, so that's why we have the same fields in source structure also, so the mapping was done automatically. So specify file, so let me create this one. If you observe, the company code field is not captured here. So because in FB50 transaction code you have to make sure that default company code is already set up before you process the batch input session. So you have to make sure that you see the company code 3000 is already selected. It's a default value. You can change the switch the company code. So this is enough. This is fine. Let me go to the Excel file and do a transpose. So date field is actually 8 characters. So in this case you have to enter 28/11/2016 and currency USD. Hmm. So what is the H count one? Cash and H count 2 rent expense. So debit or credit indicator. H for credit, S for debit. 110, 110. So if you want to have a third line item, you can put these fields, but since those are not recorded, you cannot do a third line item. If you had recorded the third line item also, you would see H count underscore 03 or W or BTR underscore 03 like that. And another thing here is I want to for another document. Let me copy the same one. Okay. So this time if I want to use another GL account, I cannot use. The reason is this GL account requires a cost center. So since the cost center is not recorded, I cannot use this one. So you have to be careful while recording. You have to select all the fields in the recording itself. Okay, now I am trying to upload 3 line items, but the GL accounts can change. So since I have these GL accounts already used, so I remember them. So I'm using the same. Otherwise, there is no issue. You can use different GL accounts for uploading. So tab delimited. Okay, select that file. So what is the file name? ZFP50 underscore source. Okay, save, assign files, read data. So here you can select this value field. So currently we are using the same. These two fields are relevant now because of the transaction data. Okay, and the data value you can select this one to change to the internal format. The internal format is YYYYMMDD. So it's not a problem when you read the data. System by selecting this checkbox, system converts the date from the takes the date from the Excel file and converts it into internal format. So 3 transactions were read. Okay, convert data. So let me directly go to create batch input. I'll select this one, GL, create batch input session. So I will process this with the display errors only. The session overview. So in this case, we can see all 3 transactions are successfully processed. We can see from transaction code FP03. I will see all the documents list. 2016 SA entry date is today. This is no corresponding items exist. Why? Own documents only. Yeah. So these are the 4. First one was done in recording, and the remaining 3 are posted through batch input session. So these documents are posted perfectly. So now this recording method is done for the transactional data, and I also told you the drawbacks in the recording method. So in the next session we will discuss the batch input method for transactional data.